Okay guys, so today I'm going to show you how you can build a food delivery website like this one. So let's say maybe for a takeaway restaurant or something like this. So right here on top, as you can see immediately, we have a beautiful hero section with a call to action button. And right here again, another one. If you scroll down, a short about us section, giving a bit of history and background about your business. Scroll down, you have different logo where customers can find reviews about your restaurant and food. So let's scroll down, and here we have a quick overview of some of the foods available on our menu. And if you keep scrolling down, then we have the happy hours here, again with the call to action button. Right here, a few testimonials to build trust and authority. In our footer section, our contact details, social media icons, and again, a call to action button. Now, if you click on any of those, it will bring us to our menu. And if you scroll down the page, you have access to everything we have available for sale on our menu. So as you can see, you can display all or narrow down by specific areas. Maybe you want to order a pizza, maybe a burger, whatever it is, you can select your own section here. So let's order a pizza here together. So if you click on the plus sign, it's going to give you all the information related to that product. And as you can see, you have beautiful pictures as well to showcase what the pizza looks like. And you can select different sizes, maybe a large one. And you can have extra as well, maybe extra mushroom and extra pepperoni. So let's go ahead and order this pizza. And as you can see, it's been added to our shopping cart. And I can easily add anything else. Maybe you want to add a burger with this. So let's say maybe bacon cheeseburger. So let's make it large with extra salad. Order. And perhaps a side of fried chicken as well. So let's select this one here. Let's make it spicy. Very good. And now we can have a look at our order. So click on this and there you go. Now we're all set. And now we can go to checkout and place our order. So here we can have it for delivery, or you go and collect it yourself. And then you would select the date, the time of delivery for lunchtime, evening. And also you can have different locations. So let's select downtown Seattle, enter your details, and then quick review of our order. And then you can pay either via PayPal or cash on delivery. And from the back end, you'll see all your orders coming in. As you can see here with those on hold. So these are the latest ones. This one was cancelled and those are completed already. And obviously it's fully compatible for mobile phones as well. As you can see, will adapt automatically. So that looks absolutely perfect as well on mobiles. So let's place an order here just to show you how it looks like. So there you go. This is our menu. And if you scroll down, as you can see, you have all the different items we have available. And you can also narrow down. So if I wanted a pizza, I click on this. And now I'm presented with all the different pizzas available. And if I wanted a bit more information about this one, simply click on the plus sign. And we have a pop-up window. And as you can see, now I can select which pizza I want. Maybe a wagon wheel with extra mushroom. And I can order this. And it works the exact same way. Okay guys, so the very first step is to take care of our hosting and domain name registration. So for this, simply click on the very first link in the description below where it says Get Hosting Here. Now, it's important that you use that link because it will bring you to a co-branded page that we have with Hostinger, which will give you access to 75% discount. And if you use the coupon code MrWeb at checkout, you'll get an extra 10% discount on top. So simply click on this link here. And this is going to bring you to this page. And again, this is a co-branded page that we have with Hostinger. So special prices, obviously, no special discount. If you scroll down the page, you'll find different plans. So as you can see, start from only $2.99 per month. Next one up is $3.99, and then the cloud startup is $9.99. So what's the difference between those three? Well, basically is the performances and the speed. So as you can see, this one is standard performance, this one is up to 5 times faster, and this one up to 10 times faster. So now it depends on the amount of resources that you need. If you're only running one website, this one is absolutely fine. Now, if you're running multiple websites and also maybe e-commerce website, you might want to consider either this one or this one, depending on the amount of traffic and visitors that you're expecting every month. And also with Hostinger, you get a lot of free stuff. You know, you get free SSL certificate, free email, and also a free domain name. These options normally are paid with most web hosting companies. So in this case, you get those for free as well. And if you go for the business plan here, you get free CDN as well, Content Delivery Network. Now, obviously, they provide you with daily backup and weekly backup. As you can see, the entry level here is weekly backup, so they will back up your website once a week. If you go for the $3.99 one, you'll get a daily backup as well. So every day you have a full backup of your website. So feel free to select any of those plans. You can start with the $2.99 one, and you can always upgrade to the next one up later down the line if you need more resources. So let's get started with this one here. So click on Add to Cart. And from here, you're going to select your billing cycle. So as you can see, it goes from 12 months to 48 months. So obviously, the longer your billing cycle, the more you're going to save. As you can see, it's $299 per month, but here you're going to save $432. Here, $216, and right here, $108. So what does that mean exactly? Well, basically, if you lock in your price at $299 for a year, after that, you will renew at $999. If you select 24 months, you will renew at $799, and 48 months, you will renew at $699. So basically, for 4 years, you're going to pay $299 per month instead of $699. So feel free to select any of those. So let's continue on with the 48 months deal here, okay? So we scroll down the page, you can create your account, you select your payment method, and right here, we have a quick overview of how much it's going to cost you. So as you can see here, the normal price should be $707 down to $176. So this is a massive saving, isn't it? Now I also have a coupon code for you. So here, type in Mr. Web. So there you go. And as you can see, the normal price $176.53, including taxes. Now let's apply this. And as you can see, now it's only $158.88. So that means that you get to enjoy a massive discount of 78%. And then after this, proceed to checkout. And now you can log into your account. So let's do this together. So simply enter your email address and password and let's log in. So this is your Hostiong dashboard. And right here on top, as you can see, you can claim your free domain. So for this, let's click on claim domain. And right there, you're going to type the domain name that you want to register. So for instance, your domain name, okay? And then select your extension. As you can see, you have .in for India, .me for personal websites, .com, this is the most popular one, obviously. You also have .net, .xyz, .help, .host. So select the one that suits your type of business. So let's go ahead with .com as an example here. And then we're going to check the availability. So let's click on this. And as you can see, this one is already taken. So you might have to look for a different variation of your domain name. So in our case here, we're just going to try to register Learn with Mr. Web, okay, as a .com. So again, let's check the availability. So this one is available. So we're going to claim our domain, okay? So let's do this together. So let's claim our domain. And then by law, you have to enter your details here, obviously, you know, because you have to know who's registering the domain name. So let's click on the next step. So I'm going to fill this out very quickly. So there you go. And now finish registration. Very good. So now let's click continue. Very good. As I can see, the email verification is pending at the moment. So basically go to your mailbox and click on the link that's inside that email. So I've done that already. So now we can refresh. Very good. As you can see, now it's active and verified as well. Now we can set up our server. So we go back home here. So depending on which plan you purchase, maybe premium, business or cloud, you will see one of those sections here, okay? So when it's not set up yet, you will have a button like this one just next to it. So again, it could be premium, business or cloud. Either of those is absolutely fine, you know? So now click on setup. Now we're going to click on start now. And right here, you're going to go through a few different questions. It's like a setup wizard, basically, you know, to help you set up your hosting. So as you can see, I have a few questions here. What are you creating the website for? So you can select either of those, or you can skip altogether. I would advise that you skip this one altogether, you know. Right here, what are you going to do? Are you going to create a new website or migrate a website? Well, in our case, we're going to create a new website. So select this. So do you want to build this with AI or ourselves? Well, we're going to build this ourselves. So just skip this step altogether now. And you're going to select your domains. So normally it should show up automatically, but if you have more than one domain registered, you might click on the drop-down menu and select the one that you want to assign to this, and then click select. And now right here, you're going to select your server. So this should be normally the nearest either to you or to your target audience. So let's say if you're based in the United States, selling to people in the United States, well, you select either of those two here, but maybe you're based in the United States, maybe selling exclusively in Europe, in which case you might select one of those servers here, okay? So because we're based in Ireland here, we can select either Netherlands or maybe United Kingdom. So United Kingdom should be nearest. So let's click on this and now we click change. Very good. And now we're going to finish our setup. So as you can see, now it's taking care of everything. We can see the progress line. So now as you can see, it's installing the SSL certificate for us automatically. Very good. So we're done already. As you can see, well done. You are ready. So from here, you can either go and see your website. So we don't need that because we haven't built anything yet. So we're going to go back to our control panel. Okay, so let's click on Manage Site. There you go. And we're back to our dashboard now. So now from here, we're going to create an email address and also we're going to install WordPress on our server. So first, as you can see, it says free email. Setup is not finished. So let's click on the Manage here. Very good. So as you can see, I have paid plans as well. I would go with the free one. Absolutely no problem with this, you know. So I'll click select. So let's create our email address. So maybe info@. You're going to enter your password. and then a recovery email just in case. I'm just going to put hello@mrweb.tv, okay? And now we're going to create our new account. And there you go, as you can see, we have a new email address now, and you can access it using the webmail. So if you click on this, you can open this in a new tab. So this is your email address, enter your password as well, and click login. And there you go, as you can see, this is your mailbox, basically inbox and sent and spam and archive. So basically you can access all your emails immediately from here. And now we can go back to our dashboard, okay? So from here, we're going to install WordPress. So right here, you have website, click on this. Expand, and as you can see, you have WordPress and auto installer. This is the one we need to click on, okay? So click on auto installer. And now for this type of project, we just need WordPress. We don't need WooCommerce. WooCommerce is an e-commerce platform. We just need WordPress on its own. So what we're going to do is click on this, I'll select. So first, let's enter the website title. So maybe Learn with Mr. Web. Make sure the admin email is correct, and then create a username and a password as well. Now we move to the next step. So right here, you can select if you want automatic updates or not. So it is advised to use this option here, update only to minor version, but that's really up to you. If you want to automatically update to the newest version, you can select this one here altogether. Again, that's really up to you, okay? And then click install. And there you go, guys. You can see this is done already. So we have everything installed, you know, Lightspeed Cache, Object Cache, SSL certificate. So now you can edit your website by clicking on this button here. So click on that, it will open up in a new tab, and this will give us access to our WordPress dashboard. Okay guys, so welcome to our WordPress dashboard. So the first step is to do a bit of cleaning up. So let's take care of our plugins first. So we go to install plugins, and a lot of things that we don't need, you know, so like this one here, all-in-one WP migration, don't need that at all. So deactivate this one, and then you can select those three here, and then delete. Apply and confirm. Very good. Now you can keep those two. We're going to deactivate this one here while we work on the website. This is a caching plugin. So deactivate for now. And then we can enable it again at the very end when the project is completed. So now we go to our settings. We go to general. So right here, make sure the name of your website is correct. So here we're food ordering, and you can add your tagline as well. So this will be visible by search engines. When you look for a website, you will see the name and also the tagline. So type something that's related to your website. So maybe something like this, you know, order online food for quick delivery anywhere in the Seattle area, or something like this, you know, something that when your visitors will see that they know exactly what it is that you do. And then make sure that your email address is correct as well, and then scroll down the page, and here you have the date and time format as well. So depending where you're based in the world, change this accordingly, and then save changes. And now let's go to permalinks. And make sure to select post name here. And this way it's better for SEO purposes as well, and for your visitors to know exactly where they are on your website. And then scroll down and save your changes. And that's just done for the initial setup. So now let's have a look at our website. So hover on the name here, visit site, right click, open in a new tab. And this is what it looks like at the moment. So this is the default theme that comes with WordPress, the 2023. As you can see, very basic and not quite appealing at all. So we're going to change this, obviously. So now we go back to our WordPress dashboard. We go to Appearance, Themes, and Add New. And we're going to select Astra. So normally it should be right here in the recommended. If you don't see it, you can always look for it and type Astra in the search box, basically. And there it is. So if you hover on top, as you can see, you have a button here, Install. Click on this, and then Activate. Very good. So we're going to use the starter template. So starter templates are ready-made templates that you can use, and this is going to save us a lot of time, and they look very, very professional indeed. Now with the Astra theme, you might see a message coming up like this, and sometimes it won't display at all. So if you have this button here that says Install Starter Templates, simply click on it. If it doesn't display, if you don't have the message, I don't know why they keep changing things around, you know. You might have to click on Astra here, and then go to Starter Templates. Either way, it's absolutely fine. Okay, so let's do this manually ourselves. So Astra, and then Starter Templates, install and activate. Very good, so that's done already. And now we need to select our page builder. So you have the choice among three different options here: the block editor, Elementor, and Beaver Builder. The block editor would be the fastest one. This is the one that's built into WordPress. Elementor is the easiest one to use. It's a drag and drop page builder, the most popular one. And then we have Beaver Builder as well. So let's go ahead maybe with the block editor this time. So let's click on this. And right there, going to look for food. There you go. As you can see, most of them are premium. But obviously we're going to use a free one here. So I have barbecue here, that wouldn't be too bad. Maybe this one, steakhouse or deli restaurant. So these are normally for restaurant, you know, not really for ordering online. But this one here, as you can see, has a call to action button already. So if you're not too sure, you can always click on them and have a quick preview. You know, as you can see, this is for reservation, but we can change this easily and have order now, you know, and then we'll have this link to our ordering system. And then we can change the content here ourselves. So, do you know what? Let's go ahead with this one. It looks absolutely fine. So skip and continue. And then you can select your palette here as well, which color it is that you want. So let's say if your company colors, your business colors is maybe red, you can change this to red. And as you can see, all the colors throughout the website will be changed to red. If it's blue, perhaps, that you want, select any color that suits your business model. So our Mr. Web logo has mainly green in it, so I'm going to select green, okay? And then you can also select your font, because obviously a font is going to give a different feel to your website. So as you can see, by default is Poppins, but you can change and select any of those. So feel free to try them out and see how it looks like. I'm just going to continue on with this one here, which is absolutely fine, I think, you know. So let's click continue. And right there, scroll down and find this button where it says submit and build my website. So click on this and there you go. So now it's importing the demo content for us in just a few seconds. And there you go. As you can see, now it's done, completed. And now click on this button here to go back to the WordPress dashboard. So click leave, it's okay. And now let's go back to our front end and let's refresh. Very good. Now, as you can see, our website has been created for us in just a few seconds. And all we need to do now is basically to customize this and make it our own. Obviously, you're going to put your own pictures, images, and prices, but I'll show you how to do that in a few moments. So now let's take care of our main plugin. And for this, we're going to use WP Food, Restaurant Menu, and Food Ordering. And as you can see, it's only $29 US, and this is a one-off payment. That's all. So you just paid it once, and it's yours forever. So all you have to do is add to cart, purchase this, and now I'll meet you back in the WordPress dashboard. Okay, so from here we go to plugins, add new, and then upload plugin, choose file, and select the file that you just downloaded. So basically it will come as an archive, extract that, and you'll have a few folders. And one of them says installation. So click on that, and there you have wpfood.zip. So open this one, and then install now. Activate plugin. And as you can see now by the side, we have a new tab here called food. So let's start configuring this together. So of course, we're going to go and add our locations. So if you have only one location, just put Seattle, for instance, you know, or you can create multiple locations. So I'm not too familiar with the area, so I had to look it up online, you know. So apparently we have West Seattle, downtown Seattle. So let's create maybe West Seattle, Belltown, and maybe downtown, okay? So let's create this together. So we have West Seattle. I'm just going to copy this one to reuse it. So add location. So we have downtown Seattle, add location. And then what's the next one? Belltown. Okay, so let's add this now. Very good. So let's say you have 3 different locations in the Seattle area. So this is how you create them. But again, if you have only one location, just put Seattle and that's it, okay? So now we're going to create our different menus here. So click on this area here. So right here, what is this exactly? Well, it's basically the different categories if you want, like if you have maybe burgers, maybe fast food, maybe fried chicken, pizza, and salad. So you can create them here, okay? So let's say we have the burgers. Now we have maybe, and then fast food. And then obviously you would add as many as you have. So now we can create our menu. So we go to food. And we're going to add a new one, okay? So let's create one together. So maybe pepperoni pizza or something like this. So add new food. So like we said, pepperoni pizza, just like this. Right there, you're going to put your description. So maybe something that explains exactly what's in it, you know? So let's select our categories. So this applies to pizza and perhaps fast food as well. So right here, as you can see, we have all this food info. So this is very interesting. You know, some people are interested in how many calories they're getting, if it's high in cholesterol, maybe the fat content, carbohydrate, and so on. So here you can put all the information related to that pizza, including the price, obviously. So let's say your pizza comes in different sizes. Maybe you have 10-inch, 14-inch, and then wagon wheel or something like that. Okay, take the smallest pizza, so the base price. That's what you're looking for. And put the price here. So maybe it's $20, okay? And you have the sale price here as well. If it's on special offer, maybe it's $18 at the moment or $14.50, whatever. Put the sales price here. So right here, you have all the dietary requirements. As you can see, you have protein, calories, cholesterol, fat, carbohydrate, sodium, and fiber as well. And here you can put any data that you want, okay? So let's do this together. So let's say maybe 50 milligrams here, 30 milligrams there, and maybe 570 here. I don't know if it's milligram or whatever, but let's pretend that's what it is, okay? And then right here, we have the image gallery. So let's upload an image together. So select file. So I found one online here. So let's open and then use these files. Very good. So now we have an image. And as you can see, this is an image gallery. So you can upload more than one image if you wanted to. So let's do that together. Let's add another few, okay? So upload image, select. And let's add those two here as well. Very good. So now use these files. Very good. And as you can see, now we have 3 different images. So by the side here, we have location. So maybe you sell pizza in all of those locations. So don't forget to select them. Or maybe it's just downtown Seattle that you offer those pizzas, whichever way it is, obviously, you know. And then next, in relation to the images, scroll down the page and set the featured image as well. So here, select featured image and select the best image that represents that product. So perhaps let's select this one here, set featured image. So obviously when it comes to pizza, it comes in different sizes, like we said. So let's say maybe we have regular and large, okay? So here we're going to type size. And here the option type should be normally radio button. So you have check boxes, radio button, select box, text box, and text area. So it should be either of those two. So what's the difference between check boxes and radio button? Well, radio button, you have different options, several options, but you can only select one. Whereas check boxes, you have several options, but you can select more than one option at a time, one or more than one, okay? So in our case here, it's only one size you can select, obviously. So it will be radio button. So is this required? Well, it is wise to assume that yes, you would need to know which size pizza it is. So this is yes. And right here, we're going to put our different options. As you can see, you put the name, the pipe sign, followed by the price. Okay, so let's do this now. So let's say the first one is regular. The second one is large. And then perhaps wagon wheel, like we said, okay? Very good. And now we're going to put the extra cost next to each one of them. So the regular one is $20, like we said, okay? So this is the base price. So there is no extra to add here. So just leave it as is. And now we're going to add the extra cost for the large one and then the wagon wheel. So again, we said is the pipe sign. So that's the one that's next to the shift key on the left, bottom left of your keyboard. So hit that key and then put the price. So let's say regular one is 20, the large one is maybe 25, and then the wagon wheel is maybe 30. So we're going to add an extra tenner here. So that's just done for the different sizes. So now let's add an option now. And this one will be all the extras. So basically it could be pizza toppings and things like this, okay? So right here, we're going to select checkbox because this one, they'll be able to select more than one option, but this one is not required. So these are extras they can put on top, maybe like extra mushroom, extra beef, or extra pepperoni or something like this, okay? So the first one, let's say extra mushroom would be an extra $1, okay? And then could have maybe extra beef, just like this. And then we could have maybe extra pepperoni. And for this, we follow the same structure. So that's the name, pipe sign, and then the value for the extra money you want to charge. So if you scroll down the page, here we have food custom info. So here is to add food info, like for instance, fat saturated or anything you want to show. So if your food is provided maybe gluten-free or maybe suitable for vegan or something like this, you put the name here and the info, and this will be displayed in the front end as well. So after this, basically, that's all we have to do. Scroll down back up the page and then click publish. And that's us done with our first one. So we go back to food. As you can see, now we have a pepperoni pizza. And that's basically how you can create your food ordering system. First, add your location, create your menus, and then add all the different foods. So what I'm going to do now is create a few ones very quickly. And for this, I'm going to simply import the demo content that comes with this plugin. So this is not mandatory, obviously, this is optional, but I'm going to show you how to do it if you wanted to do it, okay? So for this, we go back to their documentation, and as always, I'll leave all the links in the description below. And right here in the install sample data, we have this link here. So what you need to do is basically click on this. It will bring you to a Dropbox page, and all you have to do is basically download the file. And then after this, go back to your WordPress dashboard, and then we go to Tools, Import, and we're going to use the WordPress import feature here at the bottom. So click on Install Now, and then Run Importer. And now we can choose our file we just downloaded. So there it is. So open, and then upload file and import. So here you need to select your user. So I'm going to select myself here, and make sure you tick this box here, download and import file attachment. So you will download all the images that are linked to those products and different foods, okay? So submit, and there you go, that's done already. So that was quite fast, wasn't it? So now let's go to food, and there you go. As you can see, they've all been imported for us in just a few seconds. So this is going to save us a bit of time, obviously. Now again, this is not mandatory, this is optional. If you want to import demo content, feel free to do so, or you can skip this step altogether. Now, as you can see, because of the import, they didn't have any locations. We can add the locations ourselves now, okay? What we do basically is to bulk select them all, and then edit, apply. And now we're going to select our locations, okay? So West Seattle, Downtown, and Belltown, update. And there you go. As you can see now, all these foods have been added to those locations. Okay, so now let's create our main landing page. So as you can see, you have a page here that's called menu. So there's one created already. But what we're going to do is basically insert our own menu right here, okay? So let me show you how we can do that. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard, and right here we have the shortcode builder. So click on this and add a new shortcode. And I'm going to put here menu, okay? So now there's 4 different types. So we have grid, table, list, and carousel. So let me show you what they look like on a sample website here. So this is a list. As you can see, of all the different items. So pepperoni pizza, fried chicken, and so on and so on. And if they click on the plus sign, it will open up all the different options. As you can select the size and the extras that goes with it. And it's the same principle. So this is a table. You can see all the different titles, different columns here, and same principle. If you click on this, it will open up all these options. And then we have grid. So there's no image on this website, but you'll have the image normally here on top. And if you scroll down, as you can see, they're all listed here, and you can select how many columns you want. Could be 2, 3, or 4. And the same with carousels. So there's just one row, and you can go from one to the other just using the slider here at the bottom. So again, that's really a matter of preferences and taste. Maybe you prefer this one, or this one. So let's go ahead maybe with the table as an example. So back to our shortcode here, we're going to select table, okay? As you can see, you have different styles as well. So you have to play around with this just to see how it looks like. And then underneath here, you need to select the count. So how many posts do you want to show? So how many products, how many foods do you want to show? So I'm just going to put 50 here as an example. How many do you want per page? Maybe 25, so it'll be listed over 2 different pages. So let's scroll down the page. And how do you want to display them? Descending or ascending? So this is really up to you, or by date as well. And then right here underneath, you have the navigation type. Is it by number or load more? So basically this is pagination. So let's say if your menu is spread over 3 pages, you see page 1, 2, and 3, whereas this one will show load more. So let's go with load more. I think that's a very nice feature as well. And do you want to show the site card? I would highly recommend you do so. It's so much easier. And then you have the modal mode. So there's the pop-up window basically. And I would highly recommend you do so as well, rather than opening in a new tab. So let's go back to the top here and publish. Very good. So we'll go back to shortcode builder. And as you can see, this is our shortcode. And now we can use this and insert that into our menu page. So this one here, okay? And now let's edit our page. So we go to pages, all pages. So right click and open a new tab. So that way you have access to everything, okay? So let's go here. So our page is called menu. So click on it to edit. So this is our page. And if you scroll down, you will see there's all this content already here. So you might want to keep this, because that looks great. So what we can do is basically push this to the bottom and put our main menu in the middle here. So just underneath our hero section, basically. So when they scroll down, that's the first thing that they'll see. So as you can see, if you hover on top, you'll have this plus sign. So click on this and look for shortcode, just like that, okay? So click on that. So this is the one. And now we're going to copy the shortcode from our menu here. So this one, okay? So select this, Control C, and paste it here, Control V. So let's click update. Very good. And now let's have a quick look in the front end. So basically this is our homepage. So let's go to the menu section here. As you can see now we have a shopping cart here by the side. And if you scroll down, here are all the items we have available, all our foods to order. So that's basically how this works. And now if I click on this, I'll have my pepperoni pizza, as you can see, with lovely images. And also you can select the size and whatever extras you want on top. Very good. So now as you can see here on top, we have the name, the description, menu and price. So we have all the different categories here. So it would be handy actually if they could select pizza only, if I wanted a pizza or maybe burger, and go from one section to the other. So let me show you how we can do this. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard. We go back to our shortcode here. So open this one. And if you scroll down the page, as you can see here with the menu section, so list the category ID or slug separated by a comma. Okay, so we need our different menu sections here. So we have the menu here, so right click on this, open in a new tab, and now we're going to list them all together. Okay, so usually maybe we can start with the pizzas first. So pizzas followed by a comma, and then maybe all the burgers, the burger here followed by a comma, maybe fried chicken after that. Okay, so fried chicken followed by a comma, and then we can have fast food, and then followed by the salad, I suppose, you know, just like this. That's basically it. And now scroll down the page and find this section here where it says menu filter. So show, obviously, you know, and now we can go back on top and save. Very good. And now let's go back to our page here and refresh. And there it is, as you can see, now you can go from one to the other. So these are all the items we have available. Maybe I just want a pizza today, and all it will show for me is just the pizzas. Now, as you may have noticed, we don't have any images here by the side, so that's really up to you. We can show the name, or you can show the name and an image as well. So let me show you how you can add the image here. So let's add one for the pepperoni pizza here. So basically, if you scroll down the page, right there we can add a featured image. So that's the one basically, okay? So let's select this one as an example, that featured image. Very good. Let's go back on top and update. And if we go back to our menu here and refresh, as you can see now the image is right there, and you can do so with all the different items you have here. And there you go, you'll end up with something like this. And as you can see with the images by the side, it's a lot more professional looking, and this is going to help your visitors as well visualize the type of food that they are ordering online on your website as well. So now I'm going to show you a little trick here. So you can have them in a square shape like this with sharp edges. I'm going to show you how you can design this in a rounded shape. So for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. And right here, we go to Appearance, Customize. And from here, go to Additional CSS. And then paste this code here, okay? And as always, I'll leave that in the description below. Now, if we go back to our menu section and refresh, as you can see now, all our images are in a rounded shape. I personally prefer this, but now it's a matter of preferences. Both options are available. So now I have a quick preview of what the burger looks like. And if I click on this, we'll have the full size image and all the different options to select from. Okay, so now as you can see, the main color here is red, but our theme is using a green like this. So how can you match that color? Well, very easily. We go back to our food section here. This time we go to settings. And here the main color, click the select, and then you can select whatever color you want, obviously, you know. So I'm just going to add the green that we have here by default, and then scroll down the page and then save changes. Now let's go back here and refresh, and let's scroll down the page. And as you can see, the colors now are matching. Okay, now let me show you how to tweak your homepage and all the content here and to make it your own, and also how to link all these call to action buttons to our menu section here. And for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. We go to pages, all pages, and look at the home page. So I'm just going to open that in a new tab again. So let's have a quick look. So there it is. So first, let's take care of our hero section. So clearly, this is the most important section on your website because this is the very first thing that your visitors will see. So within a few seconds, they need to know exactly where you are, what you do, and why they should choose you over anyone else. It should answer all these questions at once and in the simplest possible manner. So as you can see here, we have the best in Richmond, Virginia, and then steak and barbecue. So now we know exactly where they're based. They're based in Richmond, Virginia, and they do steaks and barbecues. Now you can replace this with your own content, obviously. So how can you do so? Well, it's very easy. Simply click on it. As you can see, now you can highlight this and replace that with your own text. So let's replace that with our own. So maybe American takeaway, something like this. Now, as you can see, the text is overlapping. It's because it's too big, actually, you know. So if you highlight this, we can go to style, and we have the title here. That's our main title. And as you can see, we have typography here. So this is for the font, and you can change the font size. So use the slider here until it's just about the right size. So perhaps just about here like this, okay? And then we're going to replace the same one on top here. So instead Richmond, VA, we're going to say Seattle. That's what we said, wasn't it? Seattle. Comma, and then WA for Washington. And right here underneath, type something that's relevant to your visitors, maybe how long you've been in business or why they should choose you over anyone else, okay? So right here, as you can see, I have two different buttons. We have reservations and explore menu. So we don't need this one here. So click on this and then delete. And we're going to use this one here for the ordering system. So maybe we have order now, just like this, okay? And now we need to link this to our page. So if you go back to the home page here and click on this. So this is basically our landing page. So fetch the URL. And we go back here and now we can link this, okay? So we go by the side here and scroll down. We have content, open this. And right here where you have the hashtag, replace this with the URL we just copied, okay? So update. And let's go back to home page and let's put this to the test, okay? So as you can see, American takeaway, best in Seattle, Washington. And let's click on this. And there you go. This is bringing us to our menu section. So this is working fine. So what we need to do now is to replace the image here in the background with our own image. And for this, all you have to do is basically click on the main section here. So anywhere where the image is. And as you can see, you have style. So if you go to style, this is where the image is. So it might show up in general here. So just go to style and this is the image. And now we can change this, okay? So click on that. And now let's upload our own image. So I found two different images online. I found this one with burgers, this one with pizza. So you might have to try different options, you know. So let's upload both of them and then we can try them, okay? So let's try with the pizza first. Select. Okay, I think that looks very professional as well. And let's try with the burger instead. Yeah, I think both of them actually fine, you know. So let's go ahead with the burger, why not? So as always, don't forget to click update from time to time to save your work, okay? So let's scroll down the page and let's discover the rest. So here, basically the barbecue place, as you can see, this is a title and an image. So we can change this, obviously. So we're going to replace this with an about us section. And you're going to give your visitors many reasons why they should choose you over anyone else. Maybe how long you've been in business or something like this, okay? So as you can see, I have the barbecue place here. So this is a title. So let's replace this with the American takeaway. Okay, and as you can see again, these are overlapping. So you can highlight the whole text here. We go to style and then we go to typography. And now we need to find the line height. So make sure you select pixels here. And let's see if we have a happy medium, maybe just about there. There you go. So this is fine, you know. And then here you can change the text here. So you have our delicious story, etc., etc. So maybe we could give a bit of background story, you know, how long you've been in business, what brought you to that place, and your passion about food or something like that. And again, here we have a call to action button. So we're going to replace this with order now. And then we can add the link again, okay? So we can close this one. So we go to call to action again, okay? Scroll down, and right here, we're gonna add our link. And that's basically it. And here we have two different images, and right there, obviously, you can change this with your own images. I think these are fine. I'm just gonna leave them as is, but feel free to replace them. All you have to do is basically click on them, and right here by the side, you can change the image. That's all basically, okay? Okay, so let's continue with the next section. So here we have a featured on. So if you have reviews online, maybe on Yelp or maybe TripAdvisor or something like this, it would be nice to actually keep these and link them directly to your landing page. So as an example, let's say this is your landing page on Yelp and you have good reviews and you can see here's American traditional food, which is absolutely perfect, and you want to use this to your advantage. So how can you do so? Well, again, select the landing page here and we go back here and click on Yelp. And then now you have this pop-up window here on top with all the different tools. So select this one here, insert link. And now you can paste the URL and then hit enter here. That's it. So that's us done. So let's click update and let me show you what it looks like in the front end. Okay. So if you refresh, scroll down, and now if you go on Yelp and click, it will open up the page automatically. Now you want this to open up in a separate tab, obviously. Okay. So let me show you here. If you click on this, you have your link. Now click on edit and click on this arrow here. Make sure you use the toggle switch here, open in a new tab. And that's basically it. Okay, now hit enter again and this should be fine. So let me close this one, open this, refresh. Very good. And now if we click on Yelp, it will open that in a separate page exactly the way we wanted it. And now visitors can go and check your reviews and see that it's actually true that you provide the best food in Seattle. Okay, so let's continue with our homepage. So let's scroll down. And here were the featured delicacies. So you can call this whatever you want, you know. Here you can highlight a few of the main dishes. They can order something like this, you know. So as you can see here, we have grilled mackerel and all that. Now we can replace this with our own stuff, obviously. So let's add maybe a burger and a pizza here, okay? So let's click on the image. Let's replace this with our own image. So change image. So let's select maybe a burger for this one. Okay, so there's a burger. And this one, we're going to add maybe a pizza. So let's select maybe this one here. Very good. As you can see, you have two different images. And now you can simply change the text here and add your own and then change the price, obviously, as well. Now, again, as you can see, our images here are square edges and all that. So I don't really like this. I think it looked better if it was a bit rounded, you know. So if you go to style here, radius, and then as you can see, if you change this maybe to 10 and do the same with this one again. So maybe 10. And there you go. Let's click update and let's have a quick look. That looks a lot better immediately, you see. And then you can do so with all the images here on the page. So I'll do that very quickly. So there you go, perhaps something like this, you know. And now as you can see, I have a totally different feel. This is all related to takeaway and American food and burgers and all that, obviously, you know. So now if you wanted more than, let's say, the amount you have here, you can always duplicate the section, you know. So how can you do so? It's very easy. Select the main section here that's surrounding it, this one here. And then click on those three dots and then duplicate. And I do the same with the other column here and then duplicate as well. And there you go. As you can see, now we have an extra row with different products and now you can change the images and the text accordingly. There you go. So that looks absolutely fine. And now don't forget to click update. And let's move on to the next section. Okay, so these are called happy hours and your opening hours and so on. So this is really up to you what you want to do here. You know, you can change this to whatever. Maybe it's a free drink with your first order or something like this. Something appealing, obviously, you know. And right here, again, we're going to replace this with our call to action button. So order now. And then we're going to add the link again, okay? So we go back on top, menu section, right click, copy link address, back here, scroll down the page and paste it here, okay? So this is done for this section as well. And then here underneath, we have a few testimonials. And this again, you can feel free to change this. All you have to do is basically highlight this and type the actual review that you received. So maybe you received Facebook reviews or maybe some Google reviews or something like this. Feel free to copy and paste them here. And if you have the images as well, even better, just select the image and insert it here as well. So as you can see by the side, this is where the image is. And if you wanted to change this, just click change and replace the image here. And the text again is just typing it. And that's basically it. And that's it. That's us done with the home page. So I'll click update. Okay guys, so now let me show you how you can tweak your contact page. Obviously that's an important one. You want them to be able to ring you and place orders over the phone possibly, you know, and also to find you. So we're going to add Google Maps here and also a contact form to contact you outside opening hours. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. So we go to pages and find the contact us page and then open this in a new tab. And the reason why I'm doing this is because we're going to need a plugin here that's called WP Form as well. Okay, so let's start editing our page. So let's scroll down. So as always, here you can change the content. All you have to do basically is change this with your own content, obviously, you know. So let's scroll down and as you can see, are you hungry? And for restaurant, private dining, have feedback. There's a lot of things going on here. You don't need all this basically, you know. So you can delete a few of them. So let's delete this one. Perhaps this section here as well. We're going to delete this. Okay, so delete. And this one delete. And we're just going to keep this one, okay? So instead of are you hungry, come dine with us. This is actually not bad, you know. But here you're going to put your phone number and your address as well, okay? So there you go, perhaps something like this, you know. So just put your address and phone number. Again, it's like text editor, you know, you can just type away and you can add bold characters, italic and whatever. So this is absolutely fine the way it is. And now while we're at it, we can as well use this address here and add this to our Google Maps. So this is a Google Map block. So click on this, and right here, as you can see, you have the address. So remove the text here, brainstorm force, and replace that with your actual address. And then you can zoom in and out. So basically, the smaller the number, the more you zoom out, and the bigger the number, the more you zoom in. So maybe just about there should be fine. You know, you can change the height as well. Or you can leave it at 500, that's fine as well, you know. And now we have our contact form here. So if you click on this, as you can see, it's using WP form, and it's using the one that's called contact form. And this is why we open two different tabs. So now we have to go back here and we go to WP forms. As you can see, this is our contact form, and now we can edit this ourselves. So it's a very handy feature here. It's a drag and drop feature, very easy to use. So what you need to do basically is select any of those items you want to add. So at the moment we have name, email address, contact number, subject and message. I think this should be sufficient, you know. But if you wanted to add something else perhaps and ask them for maybe a different type of information, select any of these and then you drop them wherever you want them to be, okay? So I'm just going to leave it as is for now. It's absolutely fine. And now you want to make sure that this is going to reach you. So you go to settings. This is the most important part, obviously. You go to notifications here. And as you can see, at the moment, we have email@example.com. So make sure you put your email address here. And normally, it should also be part of the same domain name that you are using for your website. So here we have mrwebtutorials.com. So the email address should belong to that domain name as well. So perhaps info@, okay? So I'm just going to put info@, and we're going to do the same here. So info@, and you will see this message should disappear now. That's it. That's basically it. And then you have the confirmation here. So once they click submit, what do you want to display? Well, maybe thanks for contacting us. We will be in touch with you shortly, or you can tweak and customize this the way you want. So now our form is taken care of. So we go back to our page here, and don't forget to click update to save your changes. And now we can put this to the test, okay? So let's go back to our page and refresh. Very good, so contact us. So as you can see, are you hungry? Come dine with us. The address, phone number, Google Maps, and let's fill out our details here and send an email. So perhaps something like this, you know, John Doe, and he wants to book a table for 12 because they have a family gathering on the 16th of the month. And now we can send our message. And there you go, as you can see, you have the confirmation. Thanks for contacting us. We will be in touch with you shortly. If you go to the front page itself, just underneath our testimonials here, we still have this section here. So how can you edit this? So let me show you. And again, we're going to change the content, your phone number, your social media icons. And right here, we're going to change this again. Instead of reserve table, we have order now, okay? So let's go back here. We go back to our WordPress dashboard this time. We go to appearance, customize. So first, let's replace our button, okay? So scroll down the page here. And if you hover on top, as you can see, you have all these blue buttons. This will allow you to edit the content. So if you click on this one here, and we're going to click on HTML2, which is this one right there. This is the button that says reserve table. Now click on text right here, okay? And now change the text here that's in between those square brackets. So reserve table. And then we're going to replace this with order now, okay? And where we have the hashtag here, we're going to replace that with our actual URL, okay? So back on top here, menu, right click, copy link, back here, and then delete that one, okay? So remove the hashtag and replace this with the actual URL, and then publish. So let's go back to our home page and refresh. Okay, scroll down to the menu section, to the footer section, sorry, and then click order now. And there you go, this is bringing us to our menu. So this is working absolutely fine. So next, we have the rest of the content here, okay? So for this, we go back to our section here, and now we're gonna replace our social media icons here. So click on this section here, so social, and as you can see, you have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google Review, and Yelp. So you can replace this basically with whatever you want, you know. As you can see, you can select any of those here and add them to the list. And now to link these to your actual social media platform, all you have to do is click on it. And with the URL here, just type facebook.com and then followed by your handle. And you can do the same with Twitter, which is now X, obviously, and also can replace this with X, and then Instagram, and so on and so on. So that's basically how you can change these. And for the remainder, we cannot do this from here. So now let's click publish. Okay, X out of this. And now let's go back to appearance, but this time we're going to go to widgets. And right there we have footer builder widget 1 and footer builder widget 2. Okay, so click on this. So here we have the title. So instead of let's eat, let's replace that with American takeaway. Okay, and you can do the same with the text here. And let's take care of footer widget 2. And this is your phone number. So basically edit this and then type in your number. So whatever it is, okay? And then that's basically it. So let's click update now. And let's go back to the front end and refresh. And there you go, American takeaway, order now, and your phone number and all your social media icons. And now the very last thing we need to take care of is to replace our logo here on top and also make sure our menu section is correct and change the call to action button here on top. So this is all our header section. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. And from here, we're going to replace the logo first. So we go to customize. And from here, basically hover on the logo itself, click on the small pencil next to it. And this is where you can change it, okay? So I'm going to change the logo. So change this. I'm going to upload our own one. So let's upload mrweb.tv and then select. So you can skip the cropping here altogether. And as you can see, it's not displaying yet. It's because I'm using a 4K screen. So we have to upload the Retina version as well. So change image, select the same file, choose file. Very good. So that's clearly too big. So use the slider here to make it a bit smaller. So maybe just around that size would be perfect. And now click publish. Very good. So now we have the call to action button. Hover on top, click on the blue button. And again, we're going to fetch our menu page here. So right click, copy link address, and then paste it here. And now let's change this to order now. Okay. Very good. Publish. And we're nearly there now. So now you can exit out of this. And now let's take care of our menu. So we go to appearance menus. And this is where it is. You have home, about, menu, and contact us. Exactly the same way we have it here. Now it's really up to you if you want to keep those pages or not. So let's keep maybe just home, menu, and contact us. So from here, if you wanted to delete about us, just click on this and then remove. Okay, so that's removed now. Now if you wanted to add that page, as you can see, you have all the pages here, view all, and then you have about us, add to menu. And now you can position it wherever you want, okay? And now if you want to indent it a little bit, you have main section and subsection. So let me show you what it looks like in the front end if we do so. So let's refresh. And there you go, you have home, and underneath as a sub-menu, you have the other section. So that's really up to you what you want to do with it. So this is how you can change your menu section as well. And finally, now let's put this to the test, okay? So let's see if we can actually place an order and if it will be coming in and if we get paid. So for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. We go to food settings. So right here, as you can see, you have general settings. So feel free to browse through these. These are pretty self-explanatory. So next we go to advanced. And right here, you can set your tax rate or in percentage, and then obviously the shipping fee. So how much would you like to charge for your delivery? Maybe it's $4.99 or maybe $3.50, whatever it is, you know. So let's go ahead with $3.50 perhaps. And do you offer free shipping if you reach a certain amount, maybe over $50, and it's for free, okay? So if you scroll down, as you can see, we have the checkout field. So this is really up to you what you require. As you can see, you have the first name, last name, order type, and so on and so on. So this is really up to you based on your business model. So feel free to select any of those options. And right here underneath, we have everything related to the working hours and when you open and when you deliver stuff, okay? So as you can see here, you can disable days if you wanted to. So maybe you're not working on Monday, maybe you closed on that day, so tick that box. And then here we have the time delivery required, yes or no. Well, usually if you go and deliver food, it should be required, you know. So as you can see, you have the time delivery slots. So again, this is really up to you. If you disable this altogether, basically it will not be required at checkout. But if you enable it, they'll have to select a time slot and a specific delivery time, okay? So let's add a few here together. So most takeaway restaurants open usually around lunchtime, and then they close again for a small period of time in the afternoon and open again for the evening until late. And you might have different time frame as well during the weekend, maybe longer hours. So let's say maybe you start at 11:30 in the morning, so 11:30, and then you end maybe around 2 p.m. Okay, so I'm going to put 14 here. So this is basically lunchtime, okay? And then you can add a row, and maybe you start again maybe from 5 p.m. So let's say 17 until maybe late, maybe let's say until 11:30 or something like this perhaps, okay? There you go, so done. And that's basically how you do that, okay? And let's call this one evening shift, okay? Just like that. So here, do you want to set a minimum order amount for delivery? Maybe it should be at least $20 or something like this, you know? And then scroll down the page, and now we have the opening and closing time. So here again, you can choose the time. So these should normally be the same hours as the delivery slots. And perhaps you have different delivery slots compared to your opening hours. Maybe you hire someone and it's not available all the time. You might have different hours, obviously, as well, you know? So here we're going to do the same. So we're going to just add here 11:30 in the morning and then finish at 3 and then open in the afternoon again. So I'll do that quickly. So there you go. As you can see, we start at 11:30 until 2 p.m. and then 5 p.m. until 11:30. And we do that every single day the same. Okay, and then save your changes. So we're nearly there now. As you can see, you have the cart page and checkout page. So we need to create those two first before we can proceed and go ahead with the rest of this tutorial. So now copy this, okay? And now we're going to go and create two pages. So we go to pages and then add new. So the first one here is called the cart page, okay? So let's call this cart page. And then here, click on the plus sign, look for the shortcode, and then insert the shortcode in it. Publish, publish. Okay, very good. So now we can come out of this page and then create the second one. So the second one, we're going to use this shortcode here. That's the checkout page, okay? So add new. So checkout page. And let's add our shortcode. There you go. Publish, publish. And go back to the dashboard. There you go. So now we have our two pages. And now we can link our pages. So click on the magnifying glass here to search and select the cart page for this one. And do the same with the other one. So select the checkout page this time. Select. Very good. And here the email recipient. So I'm just going to send this to hello@mrweb.tv. And feel free to link your terms and condition page if you have it already. And now again, scroll down the page and then save changes. And now let's take care of our payment methods. So right here, you have the option to enable cash on delivery. So if this is something you want to offer, select yes. And you want to enable PayPal payments as well. So I suppose yes. So select your currency. So let's go ahead with US dollars. You're going to put in your PayPal email address and you want to enable the sandbox. So if you want to run tests, I would highly advise you do so. And this way we can run a fake order and test the PayPal gateway as well. So save changes. And now let's go ahead and place an order. Okay, so let's order now. Hold on the page. So what are we going to order? Maybe a pepperoni pizza. So let's open this. I'm going to select a large one with extra mushroom order. Very good. As you can see, it's been sent to our shopping cart. And then let's add maybe some fried chicken as well. Spicy one with a Coke. Order. Very good. And then let's add maybe a salad as well to remain on the healthy side. There you go. Okay, now as you can see by the side, we have a shopping cart. If we click on it, it will display our order. So now we can either go to cart or checkout. Okay, so let's test our pages here. So let's view cart first. Okay, so this is our shopping cart. And as you can see, now we can proceed to checkout from here, or we can go to the checkout page immediately. So it's good to test these anyways, make sure that they work. Let's check out now. And now we can fill out our details. So I'm going to put my name here. And then as you can see, order and wait for delivery, or order and carry out. So there you go and collect it yourself, or you have it delivered to your door. Now we can change the text here to something else, you know. So delivery date. So let's say today, and the time slot. Let's say for the evening time. And which location? Well, let's say we downtown Seattle, for instance. Okay. So now we're going to put our address, phone number, email, and a note if we have it. So perhaps something like this. And you can put a note as well. Maybe the doorbell is not working. Please knock on the side window or something like that, right? And then you scroll down. This is a quick overview of your order. And now you can select the payment method. Will you pay cash on delivery or use PayPal? So we're going to use PayPal here and put this to the test. So let me show you a nice little trick here. So if you Google this PayPal Sandbox test card details, as you can see, these are all dummy cards that you can use at checkout. So basically this is the number and the expiry is any date in the future. So it's as simple as that. So 41111 and MasterCard this one and so on. So you can test all of these and make sure that your PayPal gateway is working. And now in order to test this and use a Sandbox account, you have to go to your PayPal account. So logging to your PayPal account, and right on top you have developer here. Click on this. And now right there, as you can see, you have Sandbox account. And I need to create a new account. So create account and then select business here. It should be a merchant account. Select your location and then create. Okay. So I just did that. So we have one here. And now you need to use this email address. So Control C and then go back to your WordPress dashboard. So right here and replace your PayPal email address with that one for now. Okay. This is just for testing. Save changes. And now let's go back to our checkout page and let's place the order. So place order. And now we can proceed to checkout. And now we can use our test card here. So let's copy this and paste it here. And for the expiry date, put any date in the future and any 3-digit for the CVV code. And then let's proceed with this. And there you go. As you can see, order received. So this is the confirmation. And now we can wait for our order to get delivered and have the food delivered to our door. And now from the back end, this is what it looks like. So we go back to food and then we go to orders. So I created a few here just to show you the different statuses as well. So as you can see, these are pending. So that means it hasn't gone through using PayPal. This one was canceled. So that's when you click on return to store, then the order is canceled. And this one is on hold. That means this is an active one that's been paid and it's waiting for you to deliver it. And then how can you manage this order? Well, click on the order itself. As you can see, we have everything here on hold. For delivery and paid by PayPal. You have all the details here and the note as well. Now you can print this if you wanted to. You can print this if you have a printer available and you have a complete printout. And that's basically it. So now obviously you can take care of this and you can change the statuses. So as you can see, I have processing, completed or cancelled. So once it's done and it's en route, you can mark this as complete and then click update. And now your customer will receive a confirmation email that the order is completed and ready to be delivered.